All right, let's see if this works. All right, what I'm doing right now is I'm opening up Adobe Audition. I'm going to close out this window. Great. Now I have the Adobe Audition workspace open. What I've done is I'm going to go up to the window bar. You can't see it probably, but it says Adobe Audition File Edit Multitrack Clip Effects. You want to go to Window and go down to where it says Essential Sound. Click Essential Sound, and that will make sure that we're all in the same workspace. And what I want you to do is remove any panels that do not support this lesson, what we're going to do. So the only panels that we want to be concerned with right now are the editor panels and the file panels, and that's all we're doing today. So we're going to remove any other panels that may be in your view. Sometimes I'm looking at a video panel right now that says video. I'm looking at a panel that says video, but sometimes you might see editor track there, effects track, or media browser. So I want you to go to these little columns here. So we're going to keep files, we're going to keep editor, okay? But we're going to remove anything extraneous. So I'm going to remove the editor. I'm going to click on that little column there, and it says close panel. So I'm going to close it. All right, I'm going to go over here to levels. I'm going to click that on. I'm going to close that. Selection view, I'm going to close that. Up here, essential sound, I'm going to close that panel too. All we have right now are these two panels for us to be looking at, okay? And that is going to be our workspace for today. All right, notice that there is a blue edge around the active window. So right now I'm in files, right now I'm in editor. Next thing I want to do is pull in my files. So these are the files that I'm going to use that will be my tracks. They will be the tracks that I bring into the editor and where I will mix. So I'm going to pull these files in by double clicking this space here. And then I'm going to navigate over to where all my sounds are. So you see here, I already have mine, it's already navigating, but you may not have your setup. So let's just say you're on the desktop where I asked you to put everything. I'm going to go over to my sounds folder, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click all of my sounds, and I did this by selecting, let me show you, I did the top one, then I highlighted the top one, and then I clicked my shift button because I'm working with a Mac. I went down to plane, and that clicked on plane 2, and that highlighted all of them. Now I have this outlier here, so what I'm going to do is click my command key. I'm going to click on truck, and that's going to allow me to select them. And now what I'm going to do is hit open. Cool. So what we're looking at here is the waveform format. We are going to be working in the multi-track format mostly, but while you're here, you can just take a look. Like, let me double click on ambient talking and see right up here, I've just double clicked that, and that's presented me with the waveform visualization of the sound. And up here is where I have my time marker. So it's that blue tab with the red line. So if I move that like that, see, we're going to hear it. Actually, there we go. It's kind of hard to hear. It's a little low, but it's ambient sound. Let me go to something louder. Let's check out the truck. There we go. There we go. So you get the point. What I want you to do is get your files into your file area. And you can see I can just drag this timer here, right? This time marker. So I can double click this. We can drag this over here. Now I can listen. Yeah, it's a good sound. Okay, so remember that down here, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in this video, but this is the player right here. So this is your stop button, your play button, and your pause button. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go back. And what I want to do now is I've got all my files set up. I'm ready to start editing. And what I want to do is go from the waveform format to the multi-track. And see, it's going to ask me now to name it. So let's call this Sound Fun. And then it's going to ask me where I want all of this to go. I want this to go into my sound folder. It's really, really important that you keep everything in one place, that you don't put things all over the place, because if you start dragging stuff in new locations, then your media will disconnect from your files or your working files, and then you'll be offline, and then then you have to figure out how to put it all back together. So I want you to go to Browse. Make sure you see here where it says Sounds. Okay, I already created a folder called Session 1, and I have a couple of things in there. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to put this in here. It's going to be called Sound Fun. Okay, I'm going to leave everything else here the same. All right, sample rate, the bit depth, master, stereo, yes, hit OK. And that's where everything lives. And now what you see here is the editor, right? So I'm going to stop right there and check my sound.